How are you? A bit more relaxed than yesterday, hopefully, after, finishing the first week of attending classes in this new way. Um, well, I wanted to share some ideas and some thoughts after our first experience from yesterday. One of the nice things was that in your videos I could see that most of you have a very positive energy and are very enthusiastic and optimistic about this challenge. And I think that if we have that, we have the foundation on which to build and make a positive experience. Okay, so let's try to keep that up. And whenever there are obstacles, it's important to be able to communicate, but I'm sure that we can overcome those obstacles. So, I don't know if you have been reading the forum, not just like your intervention, but what everybody else wrote and my comments. One of the things is that you have to try to be connected on Thursdays from 5:30 to 8:30. That doesn't mean that you cannot, I don't know, get up, make some coffee or something, but during those 3 hours you should try to be connected. There were people who wrote maybe one comment and then that was it, they disappeared. And I let you write and I didn't interfere, and after more or less 50 minutes I started answering some of the comments. Um, one of the things that we have to take into account when we work with forums is that it can be very boring and repetitive if we don't make it right. So one of the things I insist on this, because there is going to be a forum open during all this week, is before you write anything, read what everybody else has written and do not repeat ideas. Maybe you can say, well, I agree with the ideas that this and this of my classmates have put forward, but do not repeat ideas. Okay, the idea, as I wrote yesterday, is to work collaboratively, to work as a team, building on what everybody else says. So we have all this week to come to an agreement on the definitions of language, learning, and teaching. I left learning and teaching for the end because they are easier. Language is a bit more complex, but yesterday we could agree on some very important ideas. Okay, we said here, I have some notes. Language is a system, that was perfect. Language is a system of symbols or signs that you said. They are arbitrary, of course, yes. It is a system that is used for communication. We use it to interact. This is very important, okay? There was there was some disagreement on whether it is specific to humans or not. Well, here I will tell you my opinion. And all of you who know me, and most of you know me, there are a few of you that, with whom we haven't had the chance to meet yet, right? But well, I don't think that you have to agree with everything that I said, or even if we read a certain author, we don't have to agree 100% with that author. We, of course, that if we are critical thinkers, we can disagree, but we have to do that in a responsible way. This disagreement on whether animal systems of communication can be considered language, I think, and here is the homework. You have studied on previous years the characteristics of human language. Okay, there were several characteristics. So I'm going to open a new forum with the definition that we have agreed on so far and the things on which we still have not agreed. And you will have to add the characteristics of language. Remember to build on what everybody else said. Do not repeat what others have said. So each one should mention one characteristic, and after all the characteristics have been mentioned and you still want to participate, well, give your opinion on the things that have been said before. Now, if we think about those characteristics, I think that you're going to see that animals can communicate. Nobody's saying that they cannot and they do not. They do have, sorry, I have an interruption here. Give me a minute. Most of you are in the same situation that I am. Okay? So, animals do have systems of communication, but those systems are nowhere as rich as ours is. Okay? So, I would not consider that language. When we are trying to define language, language as we study it and language as we teach it, then animal systems of communications do not count, right? So let's start with that. I will open the forum right now. I will upload this video and I will be reading you. I will not interfere in the first days because I want you to work on this. Okay, and then in a few days we will be in touch again, right? Sorry, and one more thing, I will also open two other forums, one for defining learning and one for defining teaching. When you think of those definitions, please bear in mind the approaches that we studied in second year. Okay, because depending on what you think that language is and what you think that learning is, well, that defines our job, our work, what we do. And if you think that learning is just like incorporating knowledge, well, let's think about that, okay? Sorry if the video is moving. Well, hope you have a wonderful week and let's be in touch. And one more thing. If you're having any technical difficulties, please send me a message so I can contact Virginia Iturburu so we try to find a solution, right? Well, now yes. Bye bye. See you soon.